Have you heard of the Willow Master Development Plan? In 2020, the Bureau of Land Management approved an extraction plan known as the Willow Master Development Plan, which would authorize oil giant ConocoPhillips to drill in Alaska's North Slope for 30 years.
This plan is massive. The Willow Master Development Plan would release 287 million metric tons of CO2 over 30 years, equivalent to the annual emissions of 76 coal plants, a third of the coal plants in the U.S., or 62 million cars.
Biden offers support for the Willow Master Development Plan. Biden made mitigation plans to reduce emissions to fight climate change. Yet, this project would essentially nullify those ambitions, as it would release 2 times the amount of emissions Biden plans on reducing. Biden's promises. It's a future of enormous hope and opportunity. It's about coming to the moment to deal with the maximum threat that's now facing us, climate change, with the greater sense of urgency. In my view, we've already waited too long to deal with the climate crisis, and we can't wait any longer. We see it with our own eyes. We feel it. We know it in our bones, and it's time to act. May 4th, 2020. To the Honorable David Bernhardt, Secretary of the Interior. The Willow Plan is a continuation of efforts by the Trump administration to advance its aggressive oil and gas development agenda, ignoring the public health, environmental, subsistence, and climate impacts these projects will have. Congress.
Project stopped in 2021 lawsuit. After the Trump administration approved the drilling, Alaska Native and environmental activists sued to stop it, resulting in a preliminary injunction by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit in February. The U.S. District Court of Alaska later vacated the project's illegally issued permits. Judge Gleason said federal agencies failed to meet the requirements laid out in 2 landmark laws, the National Environmental Protection Act and the Endangered Species Act.
Subsistence rights are threatened. The Chasukbuk Lake caribou herd is an important food source for 5 Arctic slope communities and remains in the Arctic year-round. Constant exposure to oil industry disruption and habitat degradation seriously impact migration routes, access to calving and insect relief areas, and affect food security for indigenous peoples. The Arctic is warming at 2 times the rate of the rest of the world. There are over 12 villages in Alaska that need to be relocated immediately due to climate change. Everyone feels the impacts of climate change, though. This is a global issue. We need to put pressure on President Biden to keep his word and to fight the climate crisis we are all currently facing. Visit www.silainuit.org for more information and to keep up to date with our newsletter. Thank you.